Hey, everybody, welcome to our event, Healthy and Happy Moms. I'm Brittany Howard. I'm an Emerald Ambassador with Plexus. This is my friend Michelle Stuchel. She's a gold, almost senior gold ambassador with Plexus. And we are so excited that you have taken a few minutes out of your busy night to join us because we have some really exciting things to share with you. And we are hoping that we are going to offer you some hope. So I started Plexus about 4 years ago, and Plexus has helped me with numerous things, which I'm going to share with you in just a few minutes. But I wanted to open this up by telling you about a study that I was reading about just the other day about lots of kids who some scientists did a study on. They asked them so many different questions about what they wanted from their parents. And, the answers really surprised me because I was expecting to see things like, I wish my parents would spend more time with me, or I wish my parents would buy me more things, or let me do this, or let me do that.
Good
but
morning.
I was,
I hope you guys are having a great day. It is gorgeous here in Michigan.
Sorry about that. So I was expecting to see all of those things that we oftentimes feel really guilty about as parents. And I was shocked to find that what the kids wanted, the number one thing that the kids said across the board was, I just wish my parents were happier and less stressed. And that really stood out to me because at Plexus, we are the health and happiness company. And we have found that a lot of the serotonin that our happy hormone that our body produces is produced in the gut. And that is connected to our overall wellness, and how we feel, and how we function as parents, as moms specifically. And so that is really what we want to hone in on tonight and share with you. So I'm going to turn it over to Michelle. She's going to tell you a little bit about what has happened with her.
Yes, thank you, Brittany. So I'm Michelle, and I'm a mom of 3 beautiful world changers. I got married later in life and had my first 2 babies at 34 and 36 years old. And probably like you, I had all these idyllic dreams of what motherhood would be like. And then reality hit. We moved to Savannah 9.5 years ago. I was 36 years old with 2 kids in diapers. And I basically spent the next 2.5 to 3 years in the doctor's office. And I don't really remember those years. I was sick and exhausted most of the time. I didn't enjoy my babies the way that I thought I should. And then, quite honestly, I felt guilty because of it. My health went up and down, and so did my exhaustion and stress. We started homeschooling, and I was even more exhausted and overwhelmed. I mean, when I say exhausted, I mean like my eyes hurt kind of exhausted. I was sucking down coffee and tea all day long just to make it to the most blessed hour of the day, bedtime. And because I didn't feel good, I had awful allergies. I mean, so bad that my allergist said that we should leave Savannah and that I would never feel good here. I was so tired that I did the thing that I never wanted to do, which was yell at my kids all the time. And it wasn't just what I did, it was who I was. It was who I was becoming. And we had a term for it in our house. It was called mommy monster. Exhausted, stressed out, not feeling well. Okay, so fast forward a few years and I'm pregnant at 42 years old. Surprise! Yes, God has a sense of humor. And after I'd given birth to my 3rd child, my health started to tank again. It was like every germ that I got close to infected me and I got sick. I was overwhelmed, still homeschooling, still exhausted. I had 3 beautiful girls, this perfect baby at 43 years old. And all I wanted to do was run away, and I was overwhelmed. Every day that my husband called, I would cry on the phone to him at lunch. Something had to change. And it was a little over a year ago that Brittany started talking to me about how all my issues were gut related and that I should look at Plexus. I mean, thank God she took the time to educate me and share with me about these products. So I was skeptical. I was very skeptical, and quite frankly, I had tried everything short of acupuncture because I hate needles. But I had tried it all, expensive things, expensive probiotics, oils, diet, you name it, but I still kept getting sick and I still had allergies. And the doctors didn't know anything. And of course, they know what's best all the time, right? So I decided to give it a try. I just broke down one night and my husband said I could try it. So fast forwards, within 6 months, I came off all my allergy medicine. And a year later, I feel better than I have in decades. Yes, I'm old enough to say decades, which is scary in and of itself. I feel like I'm aging backwards. I look and feel better now at almost 46 years old than I did in my 30s. And I'm thankful. And let's face it, motherhood is hard enough when you're healthy, not to mention being exhausted. Oh yeah, did I say that when I say exhausted, I really am exhausted because I have a diagnosis of sleep apnea. So when I say that I was really tired and stressed out, I was. And now I sleep better than I ever did. I dream. I'm off all allergy medicine, and it's changed my life. Mommy Monster's not home, not here anymore. And we are so grateful. My kids are especially grateful too.
That's so good. Thank you so much for sharing that, Michelle. Some of my favorite testimonies that I hear are actually from husbands who say, I feel like I got my wife back. And that is because of that hormone balancing, getting rid of all that unhealthy junk that lives in our gut so often that causes so many different symptoms and can manifest itself so many different ways. So my story is similar to Michelle's. I started Plexus a few years ago. I had some awful digestive issues that I had always dealt with as long as I can even remember. Even as a little girl, I remember my mother taking me to the ER for not being able to go. You ladies know what I'm talking about. That is no fun to live that way. But I didn't even realize I didn't have to live that way. I just thought it was normal. I just thought this is, something I'll always have to deal with. It was something I had always dealt with. And so whenever I started Plexus and several months in, I realized that my digestive system was functioning smoothly. I was like, well, this is definitely a pleasant surprise because I had no idea it was going to help me with that. The first thing I noticed was less sugar cravings, which was a big, huge deal for me because if I didn't have junk food in my pantry at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I would load all of my littles into their car seats and I would go to the store to get chocolate. It was so bad. And so when I, like a week in, I realized I wasn't doing that anymore. So that was a big deal for me. And I used that to empower me to make better healthy choices, start moving my body more, and really it was the catalyst that started my whole entire health journey. So we are super thankful for Plexus. My husband, he loves the products as well. It's helped him with his allergies. And I really just wanted to know, what does my husband's allergies have to do with my digestive issues? And why does it seem like Plexus is doing everything for everybody except folding their laundry for them? And so I started doing some research. And what I found was so fascinating to me that I just had to tell everybody I knew. Almost every single health issue that we deal with as Americans can be traced back to the same two root issues, and that is blood sugar imbalances and poor gut health, which is exactly what our products were addressing, which was exactly why I was seeing testimonies for so many different things: thyroid issues, autoimmune issues, migraines, skin problems, on and on and on. And it's because our products were really addressing the root. So I want to tell you a little bit about our products right now. The Triplex combo, that's 3 products. It comes with our pink drink and 2 gut health products right here. That's our best-selling combo. Our happiest customers and the people that get the best results always start with their Triplex. So the first product in the Triplex is Plexus Slim. That's our beloved pink drink. It comes in a stick pack of powder just like this, and you just dump it into a glass of water. It dissolves, and you just drink it once a day. It's super simple. It tastes really yummy. It's all natural and plant-based, and basically it does two major things. The first thing is it balances your blood sugar. And I thought that that was only for diabetics. I had no idea that classic signs of blood sugar imbalances were things like feeling like I needed a nap at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or feeling hangry if I missed a meal. Has anybody ever felt hangry? Or having those sugar cravings at 2 o'clock in the afternoon where you have to load 4 kids in their car seats to go to the dollar store to get chocolate. That's a blood sugar imbalance, not normal. Sleep disturbances, not being able to go to sleep, not being able to stay asleep, not being in a good mood, or feeling irritable all the time. I was irritable all the time, guys, and I had no idea why. I knew something was not quite right, but I could not put my finger on it. And I really could not have told you, hey, this is what is wrong with me. I'm having blood sugar imbalances. All I knew was I just didn't feel good, and I didn't really understand why. If you have difficulty losing weight, that is a sign of a blood sugar imbalance. If you are dependent on caffeine all day long to get you through your day and function properly, that is a sign of a blood sugar imbalance, all right? So if you let these things go, then it results long-term in something called insulin resistance, which is not something you want to end up with, because that leads to things that are chronic later on down the road. And so if you are having any of those symptoms that I just listed, just know that it is a health issue. Because if somebody had asked me a few years ago, do you have any health problems? And I would have said, no, I don't. I'm healthy as a horse. Haven't been to the doctor in 10 years. But I didn't realize that, those chronic sugar cravings, or those digestive issues, and all the things I was dealing with, irritable all the time, those were health issues. They were signs of something that will lead to something else if you let them go. So that's the first thing Slim does, is it balances your blood sugar. And that's important, because when you balance your blood sugar, you're actually balancing your hormones, because insulin is the hormone that keeps your blood sugar normal. Your body functions at its best. You think you're clearest, you're in your best mood when your blood sugar is in a normal range. Insulin is the guy that comes in and does that job, and insulin is the master hormone. So it controls, either directly or indirectly, every other hormone in your body. So when you are balancing your blood sugar, you're balancing your insulin, which balances your whole entire body. So it's a body balancer. And the second major thing that Plexus Slim does is it is now a gut health product. So it's basically like Miracle Grow for the healthy, friendly microbiota in your gut that keep you healthy and make you thrive. And specifically, there is a strain of bacteria called Akkermansia that I had never heard of until this product came out. But apparently, people that struggle with their weight, they have little to none of a bacteria called Akkermansia that lives in their gut. But people who have a healthy body weight, they have lots and lots of this bacteria called Akkermansia in their gut. And Plexus Slim has been clinically demonstrated to make Akkermansia multiply up to 265 times. So it blows my mind just how spectacular this one little pink drink is for my body. And I know that I'm doing something healthy for my body every single day when I drink my pink drink. So Michelle is going to share with you about our 2 gut health products that come with the Triplex, ProBio 5 and BioCleanse.
That's right. Thanks, Brittany. So when Brittany first started educating me, I had no clue that all my issues were gut related. I mean, how could allergies and my sinus issues and my sleep, and yes, I was chronically digestive. I mean, as a kid, I was a once a weeker. So go figure why I looked like I was pregnant most of my life. How could this all be related? But she showed me articles, and I started to do some research, and it really was. I mean, ladies, you can Google just about any ailment that you're dealing with right now and gut health, and find hundreds of articles and published studies. I mean, gut health is exploding right now, so much so that it's on the mainstream media almost every day. So Brittany talked about Slim. The second product is such a powerhouse. It's called ProBio 5, okay? And ProBio 5 is a probiotic, but not only is it familiar with probiotics, right? Your gut, let's just talk about the gut for a second. Your gut, the way God designed our bodies is that somewhere between 70 and 85% of your immunity resides in your gut. We have actually more bacteria in our gut than human cells by 10 to 1. We should have about 80% good bacteria and 20% bad bacteria. But because of antibiotics, birth control, Diet Cokes, Splenda, vaccinations, all these different things, which, I'm not going to touch the vaccination thing, but most of them are not bad. They can be good, but what they do is that they destroy good bacteria and leave bad bacteria in your gut, and the bad bacteria proliferates and grows. Most of us, and that's what happens when bad bacteria grows, yeast grows. Most of you have heard of yeast overgrowth or candida, and this really is the root of so many of our health issues. When the bad bacteria flourishes, so instead of having 80% good and 20% bad, we have it flip-flopped. And so our immunity is totally out of whack. Brittany mentioned balance a lot earlier with Slim, and this is what's necessary in our gut. So when your first line of defense is down, you're susceptible to sickness. Well, guess what else is manufactured in the gut? 90% of the body's serotonin, the feel-good hormone, is manufactured in your gut. And that also regulates things like your digestive system, your mood, your anxiety levels. Guess what? Serotonin is also the major builder of melatonin, which is the sleep hormone, right? We all need melatonin to be able to sleep. So when your gut is messed up, when that's out of balance, it wreaks havoc on your system. So what does yeast feed on? Yeast feeds on the bad bacteria in your gut and sugar and carbs. There's a fascinating body of science that says that the bacteria in your gut will actually make you crave what it needs to survive. Now, researchers have found that we need a little bit of yeast in our systems, but you know what it's for? To decompose our body when we die. So what happens when we have an overgrowth of yeast because of our lifestyles and the things that we've done? It starts to decompose your body when you're alive. And that's what leaky gut is. The yeast, the overgrowth of yeast, starts to eat through the intestinal lining in your gut, poking holes in it, so those digestive juices and food particles that are supposed to stay sealed and in that intestinal tract leaks into your bloodstream and wreaks havoc throughout the body. Again, there's tons of research on it. You can Google leaky gut. So what do we need to do to get to the root? This is one of the things I love about Plexus. We're not just a Band-Aid. We get to the root of these health issues. The ProBio 5 not only is populating your gut with good bacteria, and it separates itself from other probiotics because it is freeze-dried, so the bacteria actually makes it to your colon. Most probiotics are actually heat-activated, so as soon as you put it in your mouth, the bacteria starts to die and it never reaches your colon. So first of all, ProBio 5 is freeze-dried, so the bacteria makes it to the colon where it's supposed to go. And secondly, it has antifungal enzymes to break down that outer shell of the yeast to kill it off. And that's what's necessary to get to true healing. So ProBio 5 is a huge powerhouse and really stands alone in the realm of probiotics. The second product is called BioCleanse. And BioCleanse is a gentle magnesium supplement that helps the body eliminate the waste from the yeast and from all the stuff that's going on and processing through our kidneys to get rid of the harmful toxins in our system. Most Americans, in fact, 9 out of 10 Americans are deficient in magnesium. I was astounded when I read that fact. And magnesium is necessary for over 300 chemical processes in the body. Now, it's the most bioavailable and bio-ready form of of magnesium that you need. Magnesium also helps to oxygenate your blood. Now, when we say BioCleanse, this is not a you have to stay home all weekend kind of BioCleanse. It's very gentle and helps, again, regulate your body. So as the ProBio 5 is killing off the yeast, as it dies, releases 80 different toxins in the body. The BioCleanse comes in and helps flush all of that out, keeps your system moving to get your body in basically the ultimate state that it needs to be in for health.
Awesome. So guys, it's not hard to see why moms all around the country, all around the world actually, are feeling better with these 3 powerhouse supplements, because it really is addressing the root of issues that manifest themselves in so many different ways for people. And it's not just putting a Band-Aid on a symptom, right? You're not suffering from headaches because of a lack of Tylenol in your body, right? That is just putting a Band-Aid on a symptom. Plexus supplements are actually addressing the root. So supplements are important, even if you eat super duper healthy, which we both do. We highly value nutrient-dense whole foods, but we both know as well that you can't get everything your body needs through diet alone, or exercise either. You have to have those supplements. So that's where Plexus comes in. These are really good ones. They've changed our lives. They've changed people's lives that we love. And that takes us to our opportunity. Why do we share about Plexus? Because we know that we have a solution that is simple, effective, natural, that we can hand people that we love. So several years ago, I was looking for a way to earn some extra income. We are a homeschooling family, and we have 5 kids now. And I just wanted some extra money to do extra things, like we weren't poor by any means. We were definitely comfortable. But what if I wanted to take my kids to the zoo? Or what if I wanted to buy that expensive homeschooling curriculum that we otherwise could not afford? I really just wanted to do something using my God-given gifts that would be a blessing to others and also be a blessing to my family. I had been studying the Proverbs 31 woman, and she was so industrious. And she was a hard worker, and she was business-minded. But I didn't want to give up what was the most important to me, and that was being with my kids. And so this was definitely a perfect fit for our family. When I started learning about the products, I could tell immediately that this was going to be a great opportunity, because everybody needs these products, but not a lot of people know about it yet. So I did exactly that. I started telling everybody that I knew about it. And at this point, it has completely transformed our lives. It's been such a huge blessing to us. I'm earning a 6-figure annual income with this company because these products work. And we get to go to Hawaii every year, which was a total dream come true. I get to drive a Lexus, which is something that I never would have envisioned myself doing. And so it's just been such a huge blessing for me and my family that, of course, I have to share about it with people that I love. Because if something has added value to your life, then if you care about somebody, then you are going to share it with them, right? And so these products help me with my digestive issues, help my husband with his allergies. Of course, I had to tell everybody I know about it. Michelle, why did you decide to pursue Plexus as an opportunity?
Yeah, well, to be honest, I didn't want to. I didn't want to at all at first, because I didn't want to be that person. But then I realized when I did research, what we had on our hands. And I couldn't help it. I couldn't help but tell people, because I realized if you hadn't told me, I would still be sick. When I started to see what I had on my hands here, I thought I will be the most selfish person on the face of the planet if I hold back and don't tell people about this. Because this is changing lives. I mean, even before I saw like my allergies go away, I was still on allergy medicine. I saw people's lives being transformed. And if we could offer hope like that to people, I had to do it, because it's so much more about just me having energy. It's about people being able to live life to the full. So it was, to me, and I saw where we were in the marketplace. I saw the opportunity. I mean, everybody has a gut. Everybody has health issues. Everybody wants more energy. Everybody's going to Starbucks or drinking a Red Bull, or, you just talk to people for a couple minutes and they're telling you their health issues. Everybody wants to feel better. And we have something on our hands that is so powerful that it's transforming lives. So physically and financially. And for me, the opportunity, I told you I got married late, I had babies late. I had a whole life before I had kids. And to have something for me as a woman and not just as a mom actually makes me a better mom and a better wife, because I have something that fulfills me as Michelle, and I'm able to give out of the overflow to my kids and my husband. So I feel like I'm the most blessed person around, not just because I have my health back, but because I'm able to be a part of other people's journeys too, getting their health back and their financial freedom. More people go to bed at night worried about money than their health, and we have the answer to both. So I'm so humbled and grateful to be a part of this and to be a part of helping others' lives change.
Yes, and I am so humbled and grateful that we get to do this together.
Yes.
And we get to have a lot of fun and be a blessing to our family. So what I want to leave you guys with tonight is, what if this could change everything? What if this was the last thing you had to try? What if this could change everything for someone that you love? Because you have people in your life right now that are literally praying for relief from something that you have your hands on here that can help them. And it's simple, it's effective, and it's natural, right? Nobody wants to be on prescription meds the rest of their life just to function properly. Your body has an incredible ability to heal itself. It just needs the right tools, and you have a simple answer. So as you were listening to our stories tonight, you probably could see yourself in some of our stories, or maybe you had several people in mind that we remind you of that you already are thinking about sharing Plexus with. And I would say share, because sharing is caring. So why is Plexus different? We don't have to do parties, number one. That's so important. And that was one of the big things that drew me into Plexus, because the reason why I wanted this opportunity is to bless my family financially. If it was going to take me away all the time so I have to go do parties, then that kind of defeated the purpose. So I love that we don't have to do parties. I love that there's no big, huge buy-in. I know a lot of companies charge thousands or hundreds of dollars to join. With Plexus, it's $34.95 to join and get access to wholesale pricing on your products, the best prices, and also your own website that looks exactly like ours, so that you can start referring your friends and family to your website. And so I just want to leave you guys with that. And we want to give you guys an opportunity to win a $100 Amazon gift card. And so we're going to make a separate post, and on that post, answer the question after you've watched this video, and then you will be entered to win a $100 Amazon gift card. Does that sound good? All right. Anything else, Michelle?
I think that's it. I'm so excited for you all. Thank you for being patient with us. And, our passion, and my particular passion, is to help see moms thrive, not just survive. So we're praying for you. I'm praying that you have your health back and you can break out of this stressed out, cranky mommy monster cycle and enjoy your kids like we found.
Yes, balance. It's all about balance. Okay, Good night, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you later. Bye.
Good night.